Hey guys, Linnea here, and today we're celebrating a year of singleness vlogs with our second Valentine's Day vlog. So last year I talked about loneliness and kind of what it feels like to be single on Valentine's Day. But this year I know that Valentine's Day feels different to different people, so I wanted to get kind of a variety of opinions from some different friends about what Valentine's Day means to them as single people. And so in a few minutes you'll be hearing from Chuck and then also from another college friend, Brittany, who's making her singleness vlog debut.
Hey everyone, great to be back with you and talking about Valentine's Day, also known as Singles Awareness Day, or my personal favorite, discounted pink candy days eat. So this is a day that I've honestly always approached with quite a bit of cynicism, just because it hasn't made a whole lot of sense to me. I hear claims that it's supposed to be celebrating love and romance, or even going back to actually celebrating St. Valentine, and what better way to celebrate somebody who was opposing the emperor and got beheaded for it by marrying young couples or other outward shows of defiance, than handing people little cards that say I love you. It I just honestly don't get it. Even for those that are in couples or in relationships, and celebrating this, it honestly just seems weird to me that this arbitrary date would be picked. That like this is going to be the day where I'm going to go out and spend extra money and extra time and extra effort, just to celebrate you. Because honestly, I think that should basically be every day, or should probably be a day that holds some form of significance within your own story, as opposed to, well, the calendar says it's Valentine's Day, so alright, date night. That's me. Maybe I would feel different if I was, celebrating a relationship more often. Honestly, I don't think even with the relationships I've been in, I don't think any of them have lasted long enough to have to go through a Valentine's Day. May get corrected by that, who knows. Anyhow, I personally don't get it. I think it's somewhat silly. As a single person, I think it does give you some cool opportunities. One, discounted candy the day after. It's awesome. You just have to, deal with pink packaging and little hearts and stuff. On the other hand, it's a night where you can just be free. It's another example of things that you don't have to worry about, that you don't have to invest in, and don't have to somehow feel some sort of guilt over. You do have some service opportunities. So, for your coworkers that may be wanting to leave early, or, maybe you can take up some responsibility so that they can, prepare better. Maybe you can help out some friends as they prepare a special surprise for their special someone. Maybe it's an opportunity for you to just go out and spend time with people who can't celebrate a day that used to be important to them. Whether that's going to nursing retirement homes, widows and widowers, whatever the case may be. It's also a chance to, if you're the babysitting kind or can provide those sorts of services, go ahead and freeze up another couple so they can celebrate their thing. Probably just don't tell them that you think the day's kind of stupid and stuff. But anyway, so if it's a celebration that you enjoy, please go forth and do it well. Specifically for me, I'm probably going to continue to just kind of forget that it exists until I'm reminded that there is such a day, and just enjoy getting to see, discounted candy that I probably shouldn't eat or pay for or really even be tempted by. But at least it gives me something to smile about.
So here goes. For me, I think singleness and Valentine's Day, or just like singleness in general, just in our culture and our society, especially even in the church, it's really bad. I think there's just expectation that being single is awful and you're lonely and depressed and you hate life all the time. But I don't think that's true, especially not for me, because I love being single. I love being alone. And sometimes that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. But I love being by myself and discovering who I am as a person and things I love and things I don't, and just, figuring out everything that it means to be a human, really. But I think in a culture that says we have to celebrate being a couple and always being together and being with someone, it's hard to be single and truly enjoy it, because everybody thinks I'm crazy or they think that I'm lying. And so when it comes to Valentine's Day and really any holiday for me, I feel like they're over commercialized and just Hallmark holidays, and they're just Hallmark opportunities, and there are all these big markups, and it's awful. And, even not with all of that being considered, I just think that the expectation that being in love and having someone and being together in a partnership is so highly sought after. Celebrating singleness is not done enough. And so for me, on Valentine's Day, if I have the opportunity to celebrate my single friends, I'd much rather spend time with them doing that, because I spread just as much love, if not much more love, to my single friends on Valentine's Day, who could be wallowing in sorrowful or whatever because they're alone on Valentine's Day, and I'd rather give them the option to be loved by a friend in a much healthier way than being loved by Netflix and ice cream and chocolate by yourself on Valentine's Day. And so that's just how I feel about it personally. I don't think you need one person to be happy on Valentine's Day. I can spread love to anybody and everybody. And those things should be done every day, but especially on Valentine's Day, highlighting that your singleness is a gift and is a beautiful thing, and celebrating that with other single people is my favorite thing in the world. And when you realize you're the only single person left, it's a little weird, but find some new single people, spread love with those people, and it's great and it's awesome and I love it. And yeah, maybe I'll be single forever and always celebrate single people on Valentine's Day, and maybe I'll partner up with someone and have to figure out how I feel about Valentine's Day then. But yeah, those are my thoughts, those are my views, and I just think in a culture that says you have to be in a relationship to have true love, celebrating single people on Valentine's Day is necessary. So we know that there is true love, even in just our friendships and other non-romantic relationships.
Now, whether you've been single for a while, or just got out of a relationship, or are just looking for something new to do for this big day this year, Valentine's can be a bag of mixed emotions. My advice for singles this year is to remind you that the way that you react to Valentine's Day is solely up to you. The world, or specifically marketing campaigns, are going to try and tell you that if you don't have a date on the 14th of February, that you're not worth being thought of, you're not worth giving chocolates to, you're not worth going out on a date with. I mean, that's what they're going to try and tell you. But that's pretty ridiculous. Whether you believe everything the world is saying to you, those lies, or not, is up to you. You choose how you react to Valentine's Day. You can choose to mope and be upset because you don't have anybody to spend it with, or because nobody gave you chocolate, which is an okay reason to mope. If nobody gives you chocolate, that sucks. Or you can choose to do something. treat yourself. Hang out with friends. Go to a movie. Or do what I've decided to do this year and serve someone. I encourage you this year to volunteer yourself to babysit for a couple who needs some free time. You decide how you react to this day. You can either choose to waste a whole day of the year because you exclude yourself from it, or you could do something to make the day feel pretty special for somebody else.